Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I'm your host Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, so I guess change of plans tonight because my job got canceled tonight because of a breakdown with truck or whatever. So I am
Oops.
doing more casts. Okay, so I wanted to talk about David Benoff, Benioff, and DB Weiss, who were the Game of Thrones guys. They were scheduled to do their own trilogy where they were going to direct and they were going to write it.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that right before that happened, they signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. And due to that unforeseen thing, they cannot do both. So they are, because of schedule conflicts, they are backing away from the Star Wars project at the moment. But at some point in time, they want to revisit it because they're huge Star Wars fans. So they were given a pass. Like, in other words, Kathleen Kennedy said they can come back anytime they want.
That's good. That's good. So long as it's not like you're done. See ya. There's
right. There was no ego thing involved. It's like, all right, but the question remains: whatever, like, was this created, this project around them, where it was their vision, their idea? So now that they're out, we're getting conflicting reports that the whole project is scrapped.
Oh.
I think it was IGN said that, and then there's other people that are saying it's not scrapped. So I wanted to get Chris in here to elaborate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too late, though. It might be too late for Chris. We'll see. If he can come in, that'll be cool. If not, we'll see. So that's one big thing.
If they're going to put this on the back burner and due to this, I'm going to say give it a year to year and a half, and it'll be back on after they've analyzed everything these guys have done. But I'm going to say.
Well, I would say it's going to be 6 years because
I'm going to say they're going to look at it in about a year to year and a half.
Really, I think it's going to be because they got this whole thing where they're putting all these projects on Netflix. So I think it's going to be a couple of years. Quite a few, but we'll see. Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe they'll clear up their schedule, and maybe they'll make the Star Wars trilogy. Also, Ryan Johnson's still doing his thing, whatever that is, for Star Wars. They're waiting, I guess, for Knives Out to see what happens, what he wants to do. Supposedly,
it comes out during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, supposedly he's still doing it. So that's that aspect. Then we got the Mandalorian trailer, which I just saw a little while ago. The second trailer. I think this trailer was better than the first trailer.
To me, it was a full trailer, but to me, it's like, here's your first trailer. This is more of like a sneak peek of what we're going to show you. And
this
then
is much more.
The second one here was like, boom, here you go.
Yeah, it's much more like
a collection of preview.
This was much better trailer.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely. So I was on board before. Yeah, definitely on board with it now. Now, we also have there's talk of the Fast and the Furious are going to bring back, I believe, a Hobbs and Shaw villain. Now, I don't know if it's Idris Elba or whatever. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know.
Oh, it was good. It was. So, it is worth your.
Right. Well, I didn't see the movie to see if the person dies or not. So don't tell me. But yeah. Okay. So
my lips are sealed.
I gotcha. I also saw Martin Scorsese try to clarify his.
He should. I'm sorry. He should not have to try to clarify. He said what he said.
Well, it made it worse, I think, what he said. Like the new things that he added, because it's like more ripping. Yeah. So I think he just needs to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
His first comment was
enough for me. And I'm sorry. A lot of the superhero movies is not for everyone. So of course, it doesn't matter if you're a big wig producer or Joe Blow. You're going to look at things a certain way.
He can't look at it, though. If you've never seen them, how does he know what it is? This is what gets me. They think, oh, that I don't have to watch this. So how do you know it's a theme park if you're not watching it? And then he said he tried. No, he didn't. He never seen it, period. So I think they're just grimy that this is the way cinema is, and that these movies are just destroying things at the box office, and they wanted to
Mm-hmm.
put a stop to it, and they can't. So they, they don't like change like that. They, and they think that everybody has to fit their
mold,
old
yeah.
ways, and
Yeah.
all these people do not fit their ways anymore. They have moved on to different things, and this is what life is about. It's the superheroes movies are here to stay. You have to make even better films if they're not superhero movies to
Yeah.
get attention. And the fact that they have to do more work now, maybe they don't like that. I don't know.
The superhero movies basically prove my adage that if you go out and just make a good movie, that's all you got to do is make a good movie and allow the audience to make it a great one. And so often we go to see these movies where the directors and the makers go, oh, this is going to be a phenomenal award-winning thing. And you go and see it and go, what the did I just watch?
And another thing, too, if they made an actually awesome Superman 3.
Yes.
On par and caliber with Superman 2, which I believe was better than Superman 1, by the way. And that happened in the 80s and the 90s where the sequels were better. Then we would have had, let's say, a great Superman 3, great Superman 4. Everything would have happened normally, like Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah.
And we would have had movies from DC back then that they would have took risks and made other movies. It would have been fantastic. And Marvel, if they would have did movies back then too, I mean, it wouldn't have been as great as now, but it probably would have caused a dent.
They did better on TV than they did in the big screens back then, where it's vice versa now.
Right. But they did do great, though. Superman 1 and 2 did. Yeah. So, now we have, the DC movies, they don't know what they want to do. They don't know what universe they want to put it in. It's conflicting. And Marvel, I think, they try to make it like they know what they're doing with MCU, but I think
they got to be
really
careful because just like anything, the bubble's gonna finally pop.
Well, I think
people are gonna get tired of superhero movies, and they're gonna have to move on.
I think they're making a mistake with Phase 4. I think that some of these movies that they're making, like Eternals and Shang-Chi, I think they feel that
some of these they should actually put on their streaming service than risk.
I would scrap the Eternals, and I would scrap Shang-Chi, and I would make
Shang-Chi. I wouldn't scrap, but I would put him on their streaming service. I would
scrap both of them,
and
I would make a Daredevil movie, and I would make a Jessica Jones movie, and I would bring David Tennant back as Purple Man, and just make 2 movies with that. Then you can make a Luke Cage Iron Fist movie. Like, just
Heroes
make
for
those.
Hire. Yeah.
People love that. They don't need to prove anything.
No.
But they do need to prove stuff with the Shang-Chi and Eternals because you don't know if they're going to love that. But they already
that's why I would say I'd risk Shang-Chi more on their streaming than in the big screen.
And then I would put a Ghost Rider movie with the Punisher, like throw him in there too. And then you could have this whole. I would do that. I
see Punisher, Ghost Rider. I think because it's still the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing is still a bad taste in their mouth.
No, this is a different universe. I would first of all that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing hasn't been proven. That's the MCU anyway.
I know.
So I would wipe that whole thing because they already canceled the Ghost Rider. They already canceled Cloak and Dagger. Already canceled. So I would just go with a new Ghost Rider thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on it. What else do we?
I think they also are sort of still spooked about Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. That's another
taking
thing.
a leak as Ghost Rider and firing everything.
I'm
very happy that they announced that the CW is doing a Superman and Lois series.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch, I believe that's what they said. Yes, from Supergirl's universe. Now, of course, we also heard that due to Crisis, they might merge.
Yeah, I was wondering. I wonder if they're going to do that. They're going to merge those two, so that way they can have everybody in the same universe.
They might do that
when they do a crossover. Again, they've got Superman and Flash.
Right.
So
that might happen. Who knows?
because
It would be
I
kind of
honestly
confusing.
think they want to try to keep their Superman and their super people in Flash joint ventures going.
But isn't Black Lightning a completely different universe from old?
Yeah.
So there'll be three
Now
universes?
if they could pull him into it too. Granted, I haven't seen the series, but yeah, if they could pull him into the thing too.
Right. So then we got
That'd be
three
awesome.
universes that would have to be merged without affecting anything else, which this is almost impossible that it could just work that way. But we'll see. I'm on board with Superman because again, how many female superhero shows can you create that already? It's I think they're doing I think they're going way overboard with stuff. And I think that I saw Batwoman, it's gotta change. The show's gotta change.
That's what I said on my my TBD walkout today. Yeah, walkout. My walkabout today is basically that. As always, if the show fails, people are going to say, "Oh, people were not ready for a gay superhero."
Well, no, it's not that. Here's the thing: like she didn't really have a reason to continue being Batwoman.
I know,
like it's kind of stupid. Did you see today's episode?
But if the show starts dwindling and failing, you're gonna have people roaching out of the woodwork, pretty much saying we weren't willing to accept a homosexual lead. Which
did you see the new episode?
I've only gone up to 3,
okay.
And I'm sorry, I'm stopping at 3 because I.
All right, so then I can talk about it, right?
Put up with what's going on.
I could talk about it then, right? If you're not gonna watch
go
it,
ahead.
Okay. So we saw like Alice break into the dad's house last episode, right? It turns out she finds out that it wasn't her father that stopped searching. It was his new wife had lied to both the daughter and the father because she said that it was affecting their marriage and it was affecting her schooling. So she orchestrated fake evidence. It was actually deer antlers, bone fragments that they found. Ooh. And she lied to the world so that way he wouldn't go looking for her anymore. And the father and Alice found this out. So now Alice is kind of not like, I don't know what she's going to do, but she's kind of feeling that the father, I guess, didn't give up. So I don't know what her dynamic is going to be with her father, but turns out that the woman that's the father's wife is a fucking criminal too. Like she's doing shady shit. She's been doing shady shit. She tried to have Alice killed. She's the one that orchestrated a bomb on the thing. She tried to have her killed, and it didn't work. And she's been trying to fuck with her because when she came to surface, she wants to bury her so she doesn't show that she's the daughter. So she knew all along. So when the husband found out.
So could this also be partially the reason for their little accident with the bus?
That's what happened. I just said that.
I know.
She planted the bomb. It was her technology from her company that did the bomb. Totally. She admitted it. Like, so now it's a thing where they're probably going to get a divorce. Okay, but you know the sister, the Chinese, whatever, is still going to be sisters with stepsister, whatever. But now I don't know what Alice is going to fucking do now. And then they tried to create. I don't know if this person exists in the DC universe, but this villain Magpie, which is
Magpie does.
It's like the Black Cat, right, or Catwoman or whatever. And I'm like, please don't make her the girlfriend. Thank God they didn't. But the girl Reagan was her new girlfriend, whatever, and. Everybody's like, where's Batwoman? Why isn't she stopping this? Turns out because she was having sex. She just gave up being Batwoman because she's having a good time. And it's like, what? And even, was it Lucius Fox or whatever? He's like, really?
Yeah.
You just stopped being Batwoman because you want to have sex? Like what the fuck? You know, so now she realizes that she's got to take the role more serious because now she saved the kid. Actually, she found out like when she was fighting the Batarang, when she went to catch it, she couldn't catch it. So she's like, what the fuck? She's like, what the fuck is wrong with the Batarangs? It turns out that it was Lucius Fox's fault because of her. He said she has smaller Like she's as a woman, she has a smaller stretch to grab stuff than Batman, so he has to compensate and make it. It was hysterical.
So being a woman isn't always best, is
So
it?
he has to alter the whole thing with the batarangs. I found pretty funny. But then, it had the whole, like, almost like a Peter Parker moment where she's trying to
Yeah.
juggle the alternate reality. And then she's like, I can't do it. Like, we're done. Like, they broke up with each other because, like, she kept giving excuses. She can't have a life. That's it. No life. But, of course, the lady cop is jealous. And she was on the scene, too. Like, she don't give a shit. Even if she's married, she's like, she wants to be up in her business. So, that's
Here we go. Where was it? Okay, yeah, in the DC universe.
But I'm saying it is something missing in the series.
That's what Magpie's supposed to look like.
Oh yeah, she didn't look anything like that, but okay.
And then there's also that version.
That's what she looked like. That's what she was kind of look like.
Then to me,
she was kind of like that. All right, so here's the thing: Batwoman's missing something. Obviously, it's just. Something's wrong. It's missing.
Good writing.
Yeah, that too. Just
because, like I said, blaming the show's failure due to the fact that no one wants to accept a gay lead. It's selling the
you could do a gay. Short. You could do a gay series. Just make it.
Yeah, you could.
Didn't make it interesting.
They had granted Billy Crystal's character wasn't the lead. But Billy Crystal back in the series Soap, he was supposed to have been a gay individual, and nobody had a problem with it.
Yeah, they're not making it interesting. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's it. They're just making these
boring.
They're just dishing out this stuff like, oh, this is today's culture. This is what they want.
They don't know what to do though. They have no idea what to do with Alice. They have no idea what to do with what. It's like they back themselves into a corner almost. So I want to see how the fuck they do any of this shit. So. All right.
After the last episode, I'm done with it. I even said I wanted to like it. I truly did, but I just can't.
No. All right. That's it for the Everything Show. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now.